Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on the video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we are reacting to my queen, my goddess, my end-all, be-all, the one, the only Miss Kelly Clarkson, and her performance at the Kennedy Center Honors honoring Mr. Garth Brooks with his song, The Dance. Now, I've been super excited about this since I've heard that it was going to happen, like, last week. And Sunday I saw people posting on Twitter about, oh my god, how amazing it was, how amazing it was. So then I searched YouTube. I'm like, where's this clip? Where's this clip? Nothing. Couldn't find anything. All I could get was like a 20-second preview or something like that. I'm like, I don't want a preview. I just want to watch the performance. So I couldn't get anything. I just kept refreshing Sunday. I was like, okay, fine. I'll look for it again tomorrow. So then this got sent to me by, well, 3 people to begin with Monday morning. And then other people, a slew of other people who follow me have been tagging me in it religiously ever since then. So first it was sent to me by one of my babies, David, at 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday, which I'm like, child, I'm trying to sleep, but that's okay. It's one of the few days that I wasn't already up for work at that point and I was actually sleeping in. So I was like, okay, whatever. But he sent it to me then, and then Ashton Landry sent it to me on Instagram at a decent hour. I think it was like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, they were both very excited about this. Like, hey, you know, in case you didn't already see it or you have some time, you know, here you go. And then also later that morning, John Marco over on Facebook sent it to me. So I had those 3 people sent it to me within the span of just a couple of hours. And then in the following days, I had people on Twitter. I had Philip and HM Fitz over on Twitter who both tagged me independently and they were like, hey, you need to react to this. And then I had people drop it in my comment section like, hey, I'm patiently waiting for you to react to Kelly Clarkson. I'm like, okay, I'm glad to see I've got so many Kelly Clarkson stans who are following me, because sometimes I feel like I don't got any. Sometimes I feel like I've only got like a little minute subsection and I just got a bunch of people here for me to react to my Filipino artists, which I love my Filipino artists, don't get me wrong, but Kelly Clarkson's my queen. So I'm glad to see that there are as many people who stan Kelly Clarkson following me as much as I stan Kelly Clarkson. So we're gonna dive into this performance. Actually, what I want to do first is I want to watch her little talk or little interview with Garth Brooks when he was on her show back in December. I've seen it before, but still, I just want to. Some people may not have seen it, and I just want to get myself into the mindset of where she is and how she feels about the song, because I remember her talking specifically about the song. So we're gonna look at that first.
But I gotta tell you this, because I was like, oh my god, he's gonna do the dance. So so I'm going through divorce, and there's been like a lot of, I don't know, like books, and people always give you stuff to like help, especially when you have kids and stuff, and I know that you've been divorced as well, and it was like, man, there's so much like shame and guilt, and everybody kind of sends you stuff, and I was like, I don't know, I'm just kind of working through it, and I couldn't quite nail down like the feeling. I was like, well, I'm not like, you don't want to crap on it. Like, you don't want to say like that didn't count or matter, but you don't know what to put in it because it didn't work out how you wanted. And so anyway, I kid you not, I was listening to my playlist and the dance came on and I was like, no, that's the thing. That's it. So I literally, it's not like your song, like a ripoff, but I literally wrote this whole thing like therapeutically for me, and it's actually on my next album, and it's
so excited.
The whole like kind of come around, like the little tag part is like, even though my heart is broken, it was worth the dance anyway. And it's like this whole thing, but I was like, I think what's interesting about it is I
don't care what the song's about, I just want to hear her sing it.
It never hit me.
That's a great song right there.
Oh my God.
That's a character of a great song.
Yeah, and it hit me. I was literally like bawling in my own room. I was like, I mean, this one's not so bad. I was like, it was worth it. I was like, and I literally was like, because it is true. I think a lot of people that go through such a devastating, there's a lot of grief with it, a lot of loss, and a lot of change, especially with kids. So it was like one of those things I couldn't, like all the books were helpful, but it's so funny, I guess because I'm a musician, but I was listening in my room and I was just like, oh my God. And I was listening to the dance. And that's like the one hook of it, but it was like the whole point. I got the point. And I think like sometimes that's so crazy. Like you don't know that's gonna happen. And you're like, you've known this song your entire life and you freak out when it actually is a direct impact.
It's very, very, very true. Like as a singer, as a performer, I can relate to that sentiment because sometimes there are songs that I've known for years and years and years. I've just sung religiously, and I love the song. It's, you know, maybe it's got a sad vibe to it, and I can, you know, identify with that on a certain level, or maybe it's happy and upbeat or whatever. But there's something about it that I just love. It draws me to it. But then there's some event that happens, something that happens in life that all of a sudden puts that song into a different perspective and puts you into a different mindset, and all of a sudden you start, like, yeah, you know the lyrics, but you actually start listening to the lyrics. So there's something that happens that just makes that light switch on you, and it's like, whoa, this is so much deeper than I ever expected. And that's happened to me a number of times. Hell, it's happened to me recently, where songs I just listened to, whatever, and I wasn't in any kind of mood. Nothing's happened to me recently, but like sometimes, like, just you have that moment of clarity when all of a sudden the lyrics just fall into place, and you're like, whoa, and it just hits you differently, and you just find yourself super emotional, whether you're crying or upset or whatever. That just something about it hits you differently. So I completely understand that that mentality. What I loved about this little ditty that she did there, just a brief little glimpse at what the song was. I'm like, oh my god, her voice sounds so beautiful, so pristine. It kind of reminds me of when she was on the Carpool Karaoke, and she sang, "So this is love, this one love divine." She sang all of that. She had this sort of classic, I don't know, this sort of just classic quality to her voice that just was just so soothing, so calming, and so beautiful. And she had that same kind of vibe here, which was just playing around, just, you know, casually throwing out some, you know, lyrics and whatnot. So loved it. I'm excited to see what the rest of that song is like. I'm excited to hear her album. I can't wait. But okay, so enough of me babbling. Now that I understand, you know, the general mindset that she was in when she sang the dance, now we can actually watch her sing the dance and just see how she does. So we're gonna dive on in.
Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above, for a moment,
Come on, transition.
all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Holding you,
So many chills right now.
I held everything for a moment. Wasn't I the king? If I'd only known how the king would fall, hey, who's to say I might have changed it all? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go.
Garth, you're gonna get me started.
Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the
No! Okay, so I'm very, very upset that the clip ended where it did and didn't give me the chance to bask in the applause that she was getting, because she deserved a roaring standing ovation, and that clip just truncated it and just said, nah fam. And it makes me so upset, because I'm sure she did get a roaring applause, and I needed that moment to bask in it, to know that the people in this audience appreciated what they just witnessed. Because like, it was such a simple performance, such a simple kind of vocal, simple instrumentation, just her and a piano, and yet so effective, so effective, so relatable, so like, I'm glad I watched the little interview beforehand, because again, just get me in that mindset of where she is and how this song helped her. And it's just one of those scenarios where, like how I was saying, sometimes you have those moments of clarity when all of a sudden the lyrics hit you in a different way, and maybe it's something that happened to you personally in your life, and sometimes it's not something that happened to you. Sometimes it's something that's happened to somebody else, and hearing them tell their story through this song opens your eyes and opens your ears to listen to the lyric. And that's what this performance was for me. Because yes, the dance, it's a song I know intimately. I've heard it millions of times over. It's one of those songs that I almost, not going to say that I don't like, but that I've kind of just blacked or pushed to the back of my memory, just because I have not bad memories, but memories of people doing this song at karaoke not very well. There are some people, just, you know, every person who does karaoke, you know, habitually and whatnot, has their go-to songs. I've got my list of go-to songs. My friends have their list of go-to songs. Everybody who does it on a regular basis has those go-to songs, whether they have an expansive list or they have just one or two songs or something. They have that song that they go to as like, okay, I just want to get up and sing, so this is what I'm singing. So one of the bars that I used to go to, somebody used to sing the song all the damn time, every single damn night, and it was never great. It was never a great experience every time he got up. But you know, I'm not trying to take anything away from him, because, you know, it takes courage to get up and sing or perform in any shape or form. So, you know, I applaud people who get up and sing karaoke. I applaud people who have the guts to get up, even if they're not great or whatever, they still have the guts to get up and they were just enjoying themselves. So, you know, in that sense, you know, I applaud him, great time. But like, from just a musical standpoint, it's one of those things where I've heard the song so many times sung not amazingly that I'm just like, It's one of those songs that, like, at karaoke, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Just like New York, New York, My Way, Karma Chameleon, Don't Stop Believin', and you know, just a slew of other like songs that people go to all the time, especially drunk people at karaoke who think, oh yes, I'm drunk and we're gonna have fun, woo, and then they just scream and shout in the microphone. It's like, oh my god, please stop. So this is just one of those songs that I've heard so many times sung not amazingly that I've just kind of blackballed it in my brain. So, but I know the song, I know the lyrics, I know I could sing it backwards and forwards, and I know the song. But like, watching Kelly sing it, knowing what she's going through and how this song is relatable to her, made the lyrics relatable to me in a sense, and I could relate it to experiences that I've had. And if the song had gone on a little bit longer, I probably would have gotten emotional to the point of, you know, breaking down and wanting to cry and all that kind of stuff. But the song ended just where it needed to end, so y'all didn't have to see all of that. But Garth was feeling what Kelly was cooking. Kelly was cooking up something hot and spicy, and Garth was here for it. Tears, oh my god. And like, what an honor to have the Queen sing one of your songs for you while you're being inducted into the Hall of Fame or whatever it is. And it's just, it's such an honor. She's such a queen. And like I said, the vocal was just simple and classic, elegant, but beautiful. Beautiful, tender, sincere. You know, utilizing all the best assets that Kelly has vocally. Her beautiful, gorgeous, powdery, soft head voice, her transitions up into her head voice, her rich lower chest voice, her, you know, nice subtle melismas, nice runs here and there, and just, again, nothing felt too much. Didn't feel like she was trying to decorate the song or anything like that. She just took the song, took the lyrics, and just gave you her truth, gave you her story, and it was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like, I wish it were a longer performance. I wish she had like another chorus or another verse or something. Like, I wish the performance were longer, because like, it was just such a beautiful experience to just sit here and listen. It's one of those performances that you could just have on repeat, just listen over and over and over again, and it just soak it in, and it's just beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And she looked gorgeous, as she always does, because she's a queen. But yes, she sounded amazing, and it was just one of those timeless performances. It might even go up there as like one of those, like, as a Kelly Clarkson fan, because there are a lot of people who call themselves Kelly Clarkson fans, and y'all know that if you call yourself a Kelly Clarkson fan, there are certain just like staple Kelly Clarkson performances that you have to have seen at some point. Like, you know, you've had to have seen her piece by piece on American Idol. You've had to have seen her entire American Idol journey at some point. Especially a moment like this, the winning, you know, performance. You've had to have seen Because of You at the Grammys, and, you know, a couple other just key performances. Trouble with Love is on the Ryan Seacrest show. The entire AOL sessions from Breakaway. Like, you know, there are certain key performances where it's like, you're a Kelly Clarkson fan, someone references this performance at this date or whatever, you know exactly what performance they're talking about. You can replay the video in your head. And like, this might be one of those performances where it becomes one of those iconic sort of Kelly Clarkson performances that true Kelly Clarkson fans will reference, and other fans will be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, it will be for me. But yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful job. So thank you guys for the suggestion. Thanks for everyone who was adamant about me reacting to this. Chances are I'm probably going to post this on a Friday or Saturday. Just because my friend David, who sent me the link first, I love you, David, but he was very, very adamant, very, very pushy about me putting out a reaction video to it, and he should know better. He should know that I am a very stubborn person. I'm sweet, kind, understanding, generous, but I'm a very stubborn person, and I don't like being told what to do. And he kept telling me that I had to put out a reaction video, and I had to go and record it right then and there. And I told him, you keep pushing, and you're not, he's like, don't make me wait. And I'm like, you keep pushing, you're gonna wait. You're not gonna get it until like Friday or Saturday, end of the week or whatever. So chances are this video is gonna be put out on like Friday or Saturday, end of the week. And partially because of him, because I'm a stubborn person. Okay, so I'm not that stubborn. I just don't like being rushed. Don't like being rushed. That's all. Okay. But also partially because since I didn't record it on Sunday, Monday, when I had a little bit of free time because I was being stubborn and difficult, I didn't have the time to like record until now, other times in the week, because work, and busy. So yeah, chances are I'm gonna put this out there. So if David hadn't pushed, I probably would have put it out like Monday or something, so y'all can thank David. But you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder, I guess. So, you know, you guys have just been waiting and thirsting for this reaction, so I hope it lived up to your expectations. If it did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I love you guys.